is Philip with Reed & Associates. We're a Memphis property management company. Today I'd like to talk to you about what are the costs involved if you decide to self-manage your Memphis property instead of hiring a property manager. We're Reed & Associates, we're professional Memphis property managers. So if you're asking this question, we realize that you're kind of deciding, weighing your options over managing your property instead of hiring a property manager. So typically, you're going to pay a property manager a percentage of the rents. And in exchange for that, the property manager is going to perform a certain defined set of tasks on your behalf. So that's the general financial cost, but the cost involved with managing the property yourself are not just financial. One of the big costs a lot of times people don't think of is time. How much time is it going to take for you to manage this property yourself? Are you going to handle it during your spare time, or is it going to take up part of your work day or your time with family? When are you planning on showing the vacant property? How much time is it going to take for you to handle repairs and maintenance calls? A lot of times busted pipes and immediate service calls happen at unexpected, inconvenient times. How much time is it going to take for you to chase the rent, collect the rent every month, and also account for all of your financials on the property? Also, there's an emotional cost to managing properties. This one's really hard to quantify. There's going to be emergencies that are cost you emotional energy based on dealing with the tenants in these situations. Also, chasing unpaid rent when you have to talk to the tenants about the situations that they've got going on and their family struggles. There may be a very good reason they haven't paid the rent, but there's an emotional cost involved with handling that on your own. Also, you may be dealing with angry neighbors, complaints from neighborhood associations. There's also a pretty heavy cost involved with the risk of managing the property on your own. There's fair housing. There's federal guidelines as far as how you have to screen tenants, treat everyone equally, make sure you're not discriminating against anyone. There's a liability cost involved with managing the property yourself. There's also, if you do have that unpaid rent, make sure you handle an eviction properly so that you're not putting yourself at any undue risk and the process that's involved with that. And then, of course, there is the financial cost involved with managing the property yourself. You may be dealing with vendors and bills that need to be paid on the property, unpaid rent. A lot of times we see owners costing themselves extra money unnecessarily due to unpaid and slow rent because they have been emotionally involved with their tenants, listening to the stories and the situations the tenants may have going on. You hire a professional property manager, and we have standard operating procedures for rent collection that our professional property managers handle, and they have policies to follow. Dealing with repairs, there's a financial cost there. Doing too much or too little repairs. When you're thinking about pricing a vacant property for a new tenant, if you price the property too low, you may get a tenant quicker, but you're going to lower your return on investment. If your property is overpriced, it's going to sit vacant too long. And then that big one is the time cost. What is your time worth? So again, we hope this information helps as you're evaluating whether or not to hire a property manager for your Memphis property. If you have any questions about this or property management in general, please give us a call.